Hi, I'm Jack from Veterinary IT Services, and this week I'm going to talk to you about making change positive. Little changes happen every day, whether it's a new starter in the practice, a new bit of tech purchased, or simply a new patient arriving for their first appointment. Changes happen on a larger, more general scale too, as society outside of your veterinary practice moves and adapts. It stands to reason that the businesses running within that society need to do the same too, none more so than the veterinary sector. Some of the smaller changes happen gradually without anyone noticing, others are significant and require thorough planning, process management, and buckets of training, input and effort from all your staff. Significant change in the last year. From dealing with the remote distributed workforces to rapid digital transformation, due to having to adjust processes to restrictions imposed, veterinary practices have had to adapt and adapt fast. Prior to the pandemic, there was no driver for veterinary practices to adapt their technology. Even though pet parents were evolving with the introduction of millennials into the mix, who've grown up with the technology, it felt like the veterinary sector were too busy to change, or more than likely, they were predicting too much of a headache to change. Perhaps you want to invest in new technology that will disrupt the way your team is currently working. Have you enjoyed utilising telemedicine appointments but want to change platforms? Do your staff want to continue flexi working but you're unsure how to implement it? Involve your team. Practice managers or owners who get frustrated with their team's distinct lack of enthusiasm must make sure that they are encouraging, engaging, inspiring and motivating people to want what the business is going towards, rather than telling them that that's what they've got to do, which of course is where you're going to get the most resistance. Getting your team involved in the decision-making process, or even just taking the time to explain the reasoning behind it, can work wonders with getting them really invested in changes you're making. But the crucial ingredient is that they trust you. One-to-ones. Now, a one-to-one is your first point of call. Ring-fence quality time, looking somebody in the eyes and asking the biggest leadership question you can, which is, am I letting you down at the moment? Because when you start to get a sense of what that person is bringing to work or not, you can nip things in the bud. You can check on things like behaviour as much as competence. This has the added advantage of meaning that you'll get to know your team better. You can learn their preferences and from that could likely predict their reaction to change and how best present that change to them. Change doesn't have to be difficult. As an industry, we've proved that we can adapt quickly, but without drastic circumstance, it can be hard to sell to the wider team. It can seem too much work and too much time. Thanks for watching. If you want to know more, check out our podcast, Facilitating Change in Your Veterinary Practice. Don't forget to subscribe, but also check out our blog for up-to-date tips and tricks.